Chapter 7. Our country, India. Let's learn. India, location and extent. India's neighbors. India, political divisions. India, physical divisions. India and its neighbors, Pakistan, Bhutan and Nepal are together known as the Indian subcontinent. India is the largest country in the Indian subcontinent. The name India is derived from the river Indus. Indus River flows through the northwest of India. India is the seventh largest country in the world. It occupies 2.4% of the total land area of the world. Location and extent. India lies in the northern and eastern hemispheres of the globe. The mainland of India extends from about 8° 4' north to 37° 6' north latitudes and from about 68° 7' east to 97° 25' east longitudes. Thus, its latitudinal and longitudinal extent is about 30°. Although the southernmost tip of the mainland is Kanyakumari, but for the whole country, it is Indira Point located in the Great Nicobar Island. The north-south extent of the mainland of India from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south is about 3,214 km. The east-west extent from the Rann of Kutch in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east is about 2,933 km. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India, dividing it into two parts. The northern portion is nearly twice the area of the southern portion. The northernmost point of India is Indira Kol. It is situated in Jammu and Kashmir. The east-west extent of India is about 30 degrees of longitude. Due to this great longitudinal extent, the sun rises or sets almost 2 hours earlier in the easternmost part than in the westernmost part. To avoid any confusion with respect to time at different places in India, the almost centrally located longitude of 82.5° east has been selected as the standard meridian for the whole country. The local time of this longitude is used as the Indian Standard Time or IST. The standard meridian of India provides for the exact difference of 5 hours and 30 minutes between the Greenwich Mean Time, that is GMT, and the Indian Standard Time, that is IST. As India is located towards the east of Greenwich, the IST is ahead of GMT by 5 hours and 30 minutes. India has a 15,200 km long land frontier to its northwest, north and northeast. This frontier consists of high mountain ranges which are the highest in the world. About 6,100 km long coastline of the mainland of India is washed by the Indian Ocean, the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. The total length of the coastline, including those of the islands, is about 7,517 km. Info Hive. India occupies a total land area of about 3.28 million square kilometer. Brent Tickler. Which country is known as a mini India of Africa? India's neighbors. Many countries share their borders with India. Afghanistan and Pakistan are towards west of India. China, Nepal and Bhutan are towards north of India. Bangladesh and Myanmar are towards east of India. Sri Lanka and Maldives are towards south of India. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Park Strait. Political divisions. At the time of independence in 1947, India was divided into 562 small princely states. India became a democratic republic on 26 January 1950 and was named officially as the Republic of India. The State Reorganization Commission, set up in 1953, suggested the division of India for administrative convenience into 14 states and 6 union territories on linguistic basis. The Union Territories are small, scattered areas in the Union of India which are centrally administered.
The states and the Union Territories were reorganized a number of times depending upon the political, economic, administrative, social and cultural needs of the country. At present, India is divided into 29 states and 7 Union Territories, including the National Capital Territory of Delhi.
Rajasthan is the largest and Goa is the smallest state with respect to area. The states and the Union Territories are administrative units. The states are further divided into districts and tehsils. In the latest reorganization of states, Telangana was created out of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the largest and Sikkim is the smallest state with respect to population, as per the census of 2011. 7 states in the northeastern part of India are called the Seven Sisters. They are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. 9 states and 3 union territories are located along the coast. The 9 states are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal.
The 3 Union Territories are Puducherry, Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Brain tickler. Which line of latitude passes through West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat? Info Hive. The boundary line between India and China is called McMahon Line.
Physical divisions. India is a diverse country in terms of features. Due to its vast size and diversity in climate, relief, etc., India is known as a subcontinent. It can be divided into following physical divisions: the Northern Mountains, the Northern Plains, the Peninsular Plateau, the Coastal Plains and the Islands, the Great Indian Desert. The Northern Mountains.
The Himalayan mountains form the northern boundaries of the Indian subcontinent.
The highest peaks of the world are located in this range. The Himalayas extend from Kashmir in the west to Arunachal Pradesh in the east for a distance of 2400 km. The highest peak of the Himalayas is Mount Everest, that is 8848 meter in Nepal. They are young fold mountains which originated from the Tethys Sea. The Himalayas are still unstable and prone to earthquakes. The Himalayan mountains are divided into 3 parallel ranges: the Great Himalaya or Himadri, the Middle Himalaya or Himachal, and the Outer Himalaya or Shivalik. The Great Himalaya or Himadri. This is the northernmost range. It is the highest and longest Himalayan range. It forms the backbone of the Himalayas. All the 3 highest peaks in the world lie in this range. This range is covered with snow throughout the year. There are many glaciers in this range.
The rivers originating from this range are the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Brahmaputra, the Indus, the Ravi and the Satluj. As the range is covered with snow, no plants grow here.
The Middle Himalaya or Himachal. This range is towards south of the Great Himalayas. The height of the mountains in this range is lower than those in the Himadri range. Trees like pine, oak and deodar are found here. This range is rich in forests. Fruits like peach, apple, pear, cherry and apricots grow here in plenty. Terrace farming is done here by cutting the slope into steps. Many popular hill stations are located in this range. Some of these are Shimla, Manali, Almora, Nainital, Mussoorie and Darjeeling. The Outer Himalayas or the Shivalik. They are the southernmost range and are the foothills of the Himalayas. The elevation in this range is low compared to the other 2 ranges. The outer Himalayas are also known as the Shivalik ranges. These ranges are the youngest of the Himalayan family. Large portions of Shivalik are at places separated by flat-bottomed valleys covered with thick gravel and alluvium.
These are called dunes. Dehradun is one such valley in the Shivalik.
The Northern Plains. The Great Plains of northern India lie on the south of the Himalayas. They are in fact bounded by the Himalayas on the north and the Deccan Plateau on the south. These plains stretch for about 2,400 km from east to west and 200 to 400 km from north to south. They cover an area of about 580,000 square kilometer. These plains are formed by the rivers the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra and their tributaries. The alluvium deposits by the rivers make the northern plains one of the most fertile plains in the world. Hence, this region has a very high population density. This extensive plain is level and monotonous. It is characterized by some local diversities. Hence, it may be classified into three divisions. The Rajasthan Plain, the Ganga Basin drained by the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra Valley or Assam Plain drained by the Brahmaputra.
And for height, the Thar Desert, also called the Great Indian Desert, is spread over 2 lakh square kilometers in India, that is Rajasthan, and Pakistan, that is Sindh.
The Rajasthan Plain.
The Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert covers the western part of Rajasthan. It has a number of short seasonal streams which are not able to reach the sea. Therefore, this is an area of inland drainage. The land is rocky and sandy.
The Ganga Basin. The major portion of the Great Indian Plain consists of the Ganga Basin. It extends from the eastern margins of Punjab in the west to Bangladesh border in the east.
It is drained by the rivers such as Yamuna, Ganga, Ghaghara, Gandak, Kosi and Tista from the Himalayas in the north and Chambal, Betwa, Son and Damodar from the plateau in the south. The entire region slopes towards south and southeast. It is a monotonous alluvial plain with little undulation.
The lower reaches of the Ganga Plain are slightly above the sea level. However, the upper portion rises up to 200 meters. The Ganga forms a great delta on its mouth. The Ganga Plain is the most popular part of the India. People of this plain are mainly engaged in agriculture. Trade, industry and commerce also flourish. The Brahmaputra Valley. It lies in the northeastern part of the country and is hemmed between the Arunachal Himalayas on the north and the Meghalaya Plateau on the south. The valley presents a flat plain. It is formed by the debris brought down by the Brahmaputra and its innumerable tributaries. The plain seldom rises to more than 100 meters above the sea level and slopes gently towards the west. Ranges of hills are found standing on both sides of the river. The green Brahmaputra Valley is famous for tea plantation.
Importance of the northern plains. First, this plain is made up of the alluvial soil brought down by the rivers. This soil is very soft and fertile. Major crops such as wheat, rice, sugarcane, pulses, oilseeds and jute are grown here. This plain is the food bowl of India. Second, the land of this plain is soft, level and flat. Therefore, wells, tube wells and canals can be dug for irrigation. Due to proper irrigation facilities, this region is the largest producer of food grains in India. Third, this plain gets sufficient rainfall. There are many rivers, streams and lakes which support rich vegetation. These factors affect the climate and make it favorable for agriculture. Fourth, this is one of the most thickly populated plains of the world as it provides flat surface for building roads, rails, cities, etc. The two most thickly populated states of India, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, lie in this plain. Info Hive. Majuli in the Brahmaputra River is the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. The Peninsula Plateau. The triangular Peninsula Plateau of India extends from the south of Indo-Ganga Plain to the Cape Comorin. This plateau is one of the oldest surfaces of the earth and represents a segregated part of the old Gondwana land. The Aravallis in the west and the Satpura, the Mahadev and the Kamur ranges in the south divide the Peninsula Plateau into two parts, the Central Highlands to the north and the Deccan Plateau to the south of it. Central Highlands. The Aravalli Mountains, extending between Delhi and Ahmedabad, lie in the western flank of the plateau. Once a multi-fold mountain, it has been reduced now to a low one by denudation through hundreds of millions years. In its southern part, the Abu Hills contain its highest peak, the Guru Shikhar, that is 1722 meter. The Satpura and the Vindhya are two noted ranges of the plateau. The Tapti and the Narmada flow through two rift valleys and the Satpura, that is 600 to 900 meter, represent a block mountain formed in between these two rifts. Dhupgarh, 1350 meter, is its highest peak. East of the Satpuras run the Mahadev and the Kamur ranges in succession. The arcuate Vindhya range, extending from near the western boundary of Madhya Pradesh, runs eastward at first and then towards northeast. Manpur, 881 meter, is its highest peak.
The Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is almost encircled by hills and mountains, the Satpura, Mahadev, Kamur on the north, the Western Ghats on the west and the Eastern Ghats on the east. The Sahyadri rises steeply from the west coastal plain and descends gently eastward. The Eastern Ghat or the Malayadri runs east of the Deccan Plateau parallel to the east coast. The highest point of Eastern Ghat is Mahendragiri, that is 1680 meters. The Eastern Ghat and the Western Ghat meet at the Nilgiri Hills in South Karnataka.
Doda Betta, 2637 meter, is the highest peak of the Nilgiris.
The Anamalai range runs south of the Palghat Gap. Its highest peak, Anamuri, that is 2695 meter, is also the highest in South India. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats are almost continuous, but the Eastern Ghats are broken and uneven. In the northeastern part of the Deccan and to the west of Lower Gangetic Plain extends the rectangular Chota Nagpur Plateau. The major central part of the plateau is constituted by the extensive Ranchi Plateau at an average height of about 700 meter. The edge of the Ranchi Plateau is marked by several waterfalls, of which Hundru, Jonha, Dasham and Hirni are especially noteworthy. The lava hills of Rajmahal mark the end of the Chota Nagpur Plateau on the northeast. The most distinct feature of the Peninsula Plateau is the black soil area known as Deccan Trap. The soil is of volcanic origin. The rocks in this region have denuded over a long time and are responsible for the formation of black soil.
The Deccan Plateau has two majestic waterfalls, namely Shivasamudram Falls and the Hoygeneckal Falls. Info Hive. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is a storehouse of minerals like mica, bauxite, copper, iron ore, coal and limestone.
The coastal plains. The Deccan Plateau is bounded by coastal plains in the east and west. The western and eastern coastal plains meet at Cape Comorin. The western coastal plains. They are a very narrow strip of land. The strip begins in Gujarat in the north and extends across the states of Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala. The northern part of these plains is called the Konkan coast and the southern part is called the Malabar coast. The backwaters of Kerala are a special features of the Malabar coast. The eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains are much broader. The northern part is called the Northern Circars and the southern part is called the Coromandel coasts. The rivers Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri flow in this region. These are east-flowing rivers which drain into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers have formed deltas at their mouths. These deltas are highly fertile. Delta is a landform which is formed at the mouth of a river. The place where a river meets an ocean is called the mouth of the river.
Brentickler. Which island group of India was affected by tsunami in 2004?
The islands. Lakshadweep Islands and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are also part of India. The Lakshadweep Islands are in the Arabian Sea. It is a group of 36 coral islands. A coral island is formed by corals and other organic materials. Corals are skeletons of tiny marine animals called polyps. When the living polyps die, their skeletons are left. Other polyps grow on top of the hard skeleton which grows higher and higher, thus forming the coral islands. It lies close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are in the Bay of Bengal. They are bigger in size and comprise around 572 islands. They lie close to the equator and experience equatorial climate and have thick forest cover. The Great Indian Desert. It is also known as the Thar Desert. It lies in the western part of Rajasthan beyond the Aravalli Range and extends into Pakistan. It is dry, sandy and receives scanty rainfall. River Luni flows through its southern part for some part of the year. Recap. India lies in the northern and eastern hemispheres of the globe. The Himalayan mountains are in the north of the Indian subcontinent. The highest peaks of the world are located in this range. The triangular-shaped peninsular plateau of India extends from the south of Indo-Gangetic Plain to the Cape Comorin. The Deccan Plateau is bounded by coastal plains in the east and west. The western and eastern coastal plains meet at Cape Comorin.
Life skills. Father, what is this Bora Bora? Bora Bora is a small South Pacific island. It is a famous scuba diving spot because there is a beautiful coral reef. Unfortunately, the reef is in danger because of increasing pollution and coral mining. What should be done to protect it? Pollution should be controlled and mining activities should be reduced.